just a few musings, honestly. Um, I would say the biggest thing that weighs on my mind the most is this interpersonal dynamic, obviously between me and this train here. No, I joke. Um, this interpersonal dynamic between men and women in this dating market. As somebody who has been in and out of it for basically 2 decades now, um, I can say that really not much has changed so far as what your average everyday man uh, wants and how they go about it in the dating market. That sort of thing hasn't changed. Um, what has changed is what's expected of your average everyday man. And no one has really put out in such a manner that it's been listened to that what we, average Joes, are being told is the minimum is in actuality unrealistic. Just the truth of the matter there. Um, we get told you have to look like X, you have to make Y, and you have to provide on top of the earning, you have to provide somebody with Z. And the looks thing, quite honestly, that is something that is maybe not unrealistic because there are a lot of men who look like that, but they're not the norm. The normal guy won't ever look like that. So what I think is, uh, I think what needs to happen is an actual view of the entire spectrum of attractive qualities need to be looked at and say, objectively, this here is above average. This huge middle is average. This is where everybody is. And that other smaller portion is what is below average. And I don't think that is something that collectively a lot of women understand is needed. And I think it stems from the fact that most of the women, excuse me, most of the men that women are attracted to, at least straight women, uh, most of those men are above average attractiveness. And those are the guys that they see. So I believe that they believe that's normal because though that's who they see the most of, because that's who they're looking for. The rest of that group seems to be either invisible or falls into the category of unattractive or below average attractiveness. Uh, Take from that what you will. And I don't think anyone has said, hey, ladies, I believe that you're ranking these guys incorrectly. What a lot of guys are saying is adjust your standards as opposed to you've ranked inaccurately. Because when you say adjust your standards, as I understand it, what a lot of women hear is settle for less, less than attractive, less than or lower than attractive, or unattractive, uh, accept somebody who is earning below average money, that sort of thing. When in actuality, I believe what needs to happen is someone should be saying, hey, recalibrate based off of what is available in reality. I think that's what needs to be said more than just adjust your standards or lower your standards. I think the scale needs to be recalibrated. Now, who would be willing to do that? I don't know. Who'd be willing to even listen to that in the first place? I don't know. But I think that's what should be happening because, as I was explaining to my sister when we were having a conversation about this topic, right? There's no reason that all of these available average looking, average earning women are not paired up with these available average looking, average earning men. There's no reason that isn't happening, but yet it's happening. So unless these average looking, average earning men somehow believe that these average looking women are somehow below average and they're just not shooting their shot, unless that's the case, I promise you it's not. Unless that's the case, chances are the average looking, average earning men are shooting their shot and being shut down by the average looking women because they see these men who are on their level of attractiveness. They're shooting them down because they see them as below average. Right? It's not that they are seeing them as average and then declining them because they want someone or they feel as if somebody else at a higher level is where they is the person that should be shooting their shot at them. I believe that these women who are in the average category see the men who are actually average as below average. Their rating adjustment is inaccurate. So the guys who are average looking, average earning, so forth and so on, they are seen as undesirable right out the chute. When in actuality, they should at least get a, a decent opportunity to show themselves as suitable dates, mates. I just don't see that happening, at least not right now. I think it could happen, but I think the conversation needs to be, hey ladies, adjust your calibration, readjust that, as opposed to saying, hey ladies, lower your standards. If that was done, maybe we'd be further along in this. But hey, who am I? I'm just a dude on YouTube.